Today we are going to continue the Dhamma talk. We did not finish yesterday. The benefits of virtue. So Ananda asked the Buddha, what is the benefit of the virtuous ways of conduct? Buddha replied to Ananda, the non-remorse is the benefit of the virtuous ways of conduct. And then second, Ananda asked, Bandi, what is the benefit of non-remorse? Buddha said, Ananda, the gladness is the benefit of non-remorse. And then again, Bandi, what is the benefit of the gladness? Ananda, joy is the benefit of gladness. We finish up to here. And then Ananda continued his question. Lord Buddha, what is the benefit of joy? Buddha said, Ananda, the serenity is the benefit of joy. So the serenity is the benefit of joy. Here, as a yogi, before you start your meditation, you take the 9 precepts here. So, observing the 9 precepts, the unbroken, every day, so you can have a kind of the non-remorse. That means you don't have any kind of remorse when you check your precepts, because you keep your precepts unbroken. That is why whenever you check your precepts, you don't have any remorse. When you feel no remorse, and then in your mind you will feel a tender happiness in your mind, thinking that my precept is pure, unbroken. So you have a tender or very small happiness in your heart. And then the gladness, a tender happiness or gladness, began to come to joy. That means the joy is bigger than the gladness. When you feel gladness, you can still hide it in your mind, in your heart. But when you feel joy, you cannot hide it anymore. So you will open it. And then when you feel joy, your mind change, mostly away from the hindrances or away from the defilements. That is why you feel your mind become serene, also your body becomes serene. That is why the benefit of joy is the serenity. If someone is serene, it is a very easy to notice. After 2 months, the Buddha, he became enlightened. He went to Varanasi in order to preach the first sermon, or Dhamma Chaka Pawatana Sutta. On the way to Varanasi, he saw the ascetic Upaka. He was not Buddhist, but he was the disciple of the Mahavira or Jina. So when the ascetic Upaka saw the Buddha, he noticed that the Buddha's appearance is very serene. So he talked to the Buddha. Your appearance is very, very serene. Your skin color, pure, even bright. So who is your teacher? Whose teaching do you prefer? The ascetic Upaka asked the Buddha. So the ascetic Upaka asked the Buddha like that because the Buddha's face especially, face very, very serene. You know that Buddha already removed all kinds of defilements from his mind. So his mind is very clear from the defilements, not like our face. Our face are changing all the time, depending on our mind condition. But the Buddha's mind was free from defilements. So nothing can make him define. Because of the clearance of his mind, or because of the free from the defilements, his appearance is very, very serene. Also, the skin color is pure, even bright. So you know that the radiance came out of the Buddha's body. So from the Buddha's body, the radiance came out because he totally removed all kinds of defilements from his mind. That is why other people saw the Buddha, they know that he must be free, his mind must be free from the defilement. That is why the ascetic Upaka wanted to know, who is your teacher? Whose teaching do you prefer? The ascetic Upaka asked the Buddha. I have seen many yogis who practice mindfulness meditation long time, many years, So as they are practicing mindfulness all the time, their behaviors are totally changed. They're very quiet, very clear. Especially their faces are clear, calm. That is because they are almost all the time mindful of the meditation object. So they can keep the hindrances or defilements away from their mind for some time. So when their mind are a little away from the defilements, their appearance are very, very clear, very easy to notice that. But some yogis, especially the beginners and the yogis, their faces are totally different from those who are practicing long time. The beginners and the short retreatants are still fighting with the mostly wandering minds or painful sensations, so their faces are not clear yet. Instead, sometimes their faces are very tense, like a tension inside, or trying to fight something, so a little bit hard. But when they overcome, especially the painful feeling and wandering minds, their faces are changed. The tension to clear, the hard face to soft face. That is because of this serenity. Ananda continued his question. Lord Buddha, what is the benefit of serenity? Happiness, Ananda. Happiness is the benefit of serenity. And continued, Lord Buddha, what is the benefit of happiness? Buddha said, concentration of the mind is the benefit of happiness. So here, the benefit of the serenity is happiness. The benefit of happiness is the concentration. So you can imagine the benefits, successively. If you are joy, you feel serene. If you have a serenity, you feel happy. So when you are happy, your mind is very, very stable. Your mind is free from the defilements. So the benefits are naturally come to us. So the happiness here, when our mind is free from, let's say first, the wandering mind, and then painful sensation, and then other hindrances, like ill will, like restlessness or remorse. So if these hindrances are away from our mind, then our mind becomes calm, serene, and then peace, tranquil. So we began to be happy. We feel happy. When we feel happy, then we can focus our mind on the meditation object. That means we can easily send our mind to the meditation object, which is prominent at the present moment. So, that is when the Buddha said, the benefit of happiness is the concentration of the mind. So the next one, Lord Buddha, what is the benefit of the concentration of the mind? Ananda, the knowledge and vision of things as they really are is the benefit of the concentration. The knowledge and vision of things as they really are is the benefit of the concentration of the mind. The Pali word is Yatha Buddha Jnana Dasana. A little bit long. If you want to say short form, Yatha Buddha Jnana. If you add one word, Dasana, then Yatha Buddha Jnana Dasana. The knowledge and vision of things as they really are. This is the English translation. So, when your mind become concentrated, when your mind become tranquil, then you come to see the object clearly. And then you come to see that there is the object that is noted, and then the mind that notice. So every moment of noting, these two go as a pair. There is no other things. So the yogi come to see, whenever he or she notes the object, and there is the object that is to be noted, and the mind that notes. There are only two things, nothing else, which we may call a soul or a self. So a yogi come to see the object in this way clearly, vividly. Ananda continued, Lord Buddha, what is the benefit of the knowledge and vision of things as they really are? Buddha said, Ananda, revulsion and dispassion. Revulsion and dispassion is the benefit of the knowledge and vision of things as they really are. So here, the yogi should understand these two knowledges. When a yogi sees the object and the noting mind clearly, or mind and matter clearly, this knowledge is Yatha Buddha Jnana, Dasana. So this knowledge is called in Pali Taruna Vipassana. Taruna means tender or young. Vipassana is Vipassana. So Taruna Vipassana means a tender or young Vipassana. If a yogi began to see the object and the noting mind clearly, then he has entered into the Taruna Vipassana or tender Vipassana. From this stage, a yogi they have another knowledge, the revulsion and dispassion. When a yogi gains this knowledge, then he has gained the Pallava Vipassana. Pallava means strong. So, until this knowledge, if a yogi is not dispassionate towards the things or the five aggregates, then he or she is not supposed to gain the Pallava Vipassana or strong Vipassana. So, a yogi tries to see the object clearly, and then he began to see the object and noting mind, nothing else. And then yogi come to see the rising and falling of these objects clearly. And all the object, whatever object is he or she noted, and then disappear immediately. It appears. So a yogi can see the arising and falling of the objects, and then a yogi does not see the arising, but disappearing. Whenever a yogi try to notice the object, he sees disappearing, like the ice melting. The piece of ice, the melting. That makes it disappearing. So a yogi come to this knowledge, and then he come to realize that the five aggregates disappearing every moment is fearsome or dangerous. That means our mind and our body, the mind and matter in our body is all the time disappearing, deteriorating, melting. From this knowledge, and the yogi, he come to realize that again. After disappearing, if appearing does not come to me, then what? Our mind is always rising and falling, rising and disappearing. In the same way, in our body, the material properties are rising, disappearing. So mind and matter are always changing. So the rising and disappearing go together as a pair. So after this pair, after first rising and disappearing, if at the end of a disappearing, next arising does not come to us, what will happen to us? That means death. So, the death can come to us any time. The death can come to us any time. So the yogi has this kind of a knowledge. When a yogi come to realize that the 5 aggregates are fearsome or dangerous, so he finds a fault with them, with the 5 aggregates. Before he did not see these faults, and with the 5 aggregates, a yogi may join or may like the 5 aggregates. Or a yogi may think that our mind and body is permanent, strong, everlasting, something like that. But when a yogi sees like that, then his attitude, they come to change. When he find a force and then a yogi becomes dispassionate towards the things or 5 aggregates. A yogi is no longer attached to things. A yogi no longer want more things. A yogi no longer want to possess things, but instead he turn away from them. So he become dispassionate towards everything he has, even his life. That is the changing. When a yogi become dispassionate with the everything, and then this knowledge is called in Pali Nibbenda Jnana. Nibbenda Jnana, the revulsion and dispassion. So when a yogi reaches this stage, then he or she is supposed to possess the Balawa Vipassana or strong Vipassana. This strong Vipassana or Balawa Vipassana is very, very important for a yogi, because this strong Vipassana will lead a yogi to the attainment of enlightenment. That is why a yogi, when a yogi practices Vipassana meditation, he or she has to practice strong Vipassana. And then Ananda continued, Lord Buddha, what is the benefit of revulsion and dispassion? Buddha said, Ananda, the knowledge and vision of liberation is benefit. So knowledge and vision of a liberation is the last knowledge, that is the Arhata Magga, Arhata Phala Jnana. Here, when a yogi reaches the strong vipassana, then this is strong vipassana become when the strong vipassana stronger than before, then it comes faster and faster, faster and faster, also stronger and stronger. A yogi sees the meditation object, can see the meditation object clearly, even though the objects are going very fast. And then immediately the object change. First, a yogi observe mind and matter as a meditation object. So, a yogi practicing vipassana, the meditation object is mind and matter. But immediately change, a yogi takes the object nibbana as an object. That means there arises magga consciousness in the yogi, taking nibbana as an object. At the same time, the yogi destroyed the defilements. So, why a yogi taking nibbana as an object, and their mega citta or mega consciousness appears, and then after this moment, the next moment is phala citta, phala consciousness. The phala consciousness also take nibbana as an object. At that moment, the mind has free from the defilement. I will repeat that. At the moment, mega consciousness or path consciousness arise, taking nibbana as an object. At the same time, this consciousness, mega consciousness, destroyed the defilements. That is the moment of mega consciousness. And the next moment, that is phala consciousness. When the phala consciousness or path consciousness arises, then the mind already has freed from the defilements. Because at the moment mega consciousness arises, all the defilements are destroyed altogether. That is why when the phala consciousness appears, this phala consciousness already free from the defilements. That is why this knowledge is called the knowledge and vision of liberation. This knowledge is phala consciousness. This phala is already free from the defilements. That is why this knowledge is called the knowledge and vision of liberation. when a person or a yogi or any person become an arahant, as soon as he became arahant, he or she reviewed in 5 things, or 4 things. The first one is the Magga. The second one is Phala. The third one is Nibbana. The fourth one is the how many kilesa I have destroyed. That makes we call that Pecha Vakana. Pecha Vakana means something like that. After you have done some project, you check everything again. That is like a reviewing again. So Arahant, he has already become Arahant, but right after the Phala consciousness, the next moment, the reviewing consciousness appear. So this reviewing consciousness review or check Magga and Phala and Nibbana, and the last one is a kilesa. That is how many kilesa I have destroyed. So Arahant and the review 4 things. So after checking, reviewing these 4 things, and he decided himself, I have done what I have to do. That means I am done everything. There is no more kilesa to be destroyed, and I'm done what I have to do, and my mind is free from all defilements. So this viewing is called Pecha Vakana. That means reviewing. So when he review like this, his mind is already free from all kinds of defilements. That's why this knowledge is called knowledge and vision of liberation. So this is the last one. So Ananda asked from SILA. So let's go back to the start of the Dhamma talk. Ananda asked, what is the benefit of the virtuous ways of the conduct? Buddha said, non-remorse. What is the benefit of non-remorse? Buddha said, gladness. What is the benefit of gladness? Buddha said, joy. What is the benefit of joy? Buddha said, serenity. What is the benefit of serenity? Buddha said, happiness. And what is the benefit of happiness? Buddha said, the concentration of the mind. What is the benefit of a concentration of the mind? Buddha said, the knowledge and vision of things as they really are. And then, what is the benefit of the knowledge and vision of things as they really are? Buddha said, revulsion and dispassion. What is the benefit of revulsion and dispassion? Buddha said, knowledge and vision of liberation. So here, the question ends, also the answer ends. As you know, if a person became Arahant, there is nothing to do. Finish. So we have to finish here. The sutta, the Buddha encourages us to keep SILA strongly. That is what the sutta said. So if we can keep our precept unbroken, pure, intact, then this keeping precept help us to be an arahant easily. So let me tell you a very short story. Long time ago in Sri Lanka, there was a monastery. The name of the monastery was Kandra Sala monastery. So at that monastery, there was an old monk or an old Saroji. He was more than 80 years old. So maybe he was very famous. That is why he got from different kinds, from the peoples, even the king, the respect. So one day he got sick very seriously. This disease was very serious. Can kill any time. So when the king heard about that, so in the evening, the king came to the monastery to see this venerable Saroji, or this venerable monk. So when the king reached to the door of the monastery, he heard a little bit noise from his room, like a hissing sound. If someone is have a fever, very, the temperature is too high, then this person may make a hissing sound. So, and the Saroji made this kind of hissing sound, and the king from the door, the heart of that, from the door makes it the door of the monastery. So the king asked someone next to him, "What is this sound?" "Oh, Your Majesty, the old monk was so sick that he is making this sound." When the king, the heart of that, the king was so disappointed, because the Saroji is now more than 80 years. He should learn. He should already prepare for that. He should learn how to practice to observe this kind of unpleasant feeling. That means when the painful feeling come to him, he has to know how to observe it. That is what the king meant. So now he is over 80 years. He didn't learn even how to watch the unpleasant feeling. So I don't want to pay my respect to him. Instead, I will pay my respect to the Bodhi tree. So the attendant young monk, heard what the king said, and this attendant young monk came back to the Sayadaw. "Sayadaw, you make me ashamed." "Why do I make you ashamed?" "You make hissing sound." So just before a minute, the king came to monastery to see you. But when he heard your hissing song, he was disappointed. That is why he didn't want to pay his respect to you. But instead, he now go to the Bodhi tree to pay his respect. So the young monk, said to his Sayadaw, Sayadawji's fever was very close to the death, so he suffered a lot, so he was weak. So he told his young monk, okay, please give me a few minutes to finish my duty before my last breath. So please close the door. And the young monk did as he was said. The young monk closes the door, they just wait outside. And the Sayadawji, reflect his SILA. Since he became a monk, he kept, let's say, since I became a bhikkhu, I keep my precept pure. So he checked the whole life whether I broke some of the Vinaya rules. So, since he was young, up to today, right now, so when he checked, he didn't see any kind of a broken SILA. At that time, he was so happy. Be careful. He was what? So happy now. He was so happy, so he just ignored his painful sensation. He just temporarily keep the painful feeling away from him by his strong happiness. And then when he was so happy, he got concentration. So the painful feeling cannot disturb his meditation, because the happiness is stronger than the painful sensation. The painful sensation becomes smaller, cannot disturb his meditation. So taking this opportunity, Sayadawji continue his meditation. So now his mind was very, very concentrated, and then as he kept his precept, pure the whole life, and then within, I would say, within 2 or 3 minutes, he became Arahant. Unbelievable. He became Arahant. After 2-3 minutes, let's say, 5 minutes, he knocked the door. That means he signaled his young monk, come here. So, young monk opened the door, and then young monk knew that my Sayadawji finished his duty, finished the task of the monk. So, Sayadawji said, okay, you just go to the king, tell him he can pay his respect to me now. Even though he was weak, his appearance totally changed, especially his face was very, very serene, very gracious. And his skin color also pure and even bright. When the king entered the room, he noticed that Sayadawji became Arahant. And then he paid his respect like a crocodile homage. You may say that kind of a paying homage is a Tibetan homage. When the Tibetan pay their respect, the whole body just thrown onto the floor, right? So the king gave this kind of the bow down. So he said, I pay my respect not to your Arhata Mega Jnana. I pay my respect through your SILA. You kept unbroken while you are Pudujana. So that means you keep Sayadaw